arrived at Rainham. It's about 6 in the morning at the moment. We've had Willow Warbler new for the patch, and so yeah, let's see what today brings. So yeah, we've got the distant gropper reeling here, and we also have a cuckoo calling over this way. So yeah, really good start to the morning. Well, we're currently standing on top of the tip. You've got Wennington Marsh over here towards Target Pools, and then the rest of Purfleet and Rainham Marshes towards the centre with Abley Bay over there. And just down here in that little pool of water, there is your blackwing stilt mat. So hopefully it stays this afternoon, but it has stayed tonight.
So yeah, here at Target Pools at Rainham, quite a lot of bird song, as I said, trawlers singing behind us. There's bearded tits calling, there's a distant hobby going in the background, and common wildfowl, some swifts overhead as well. So yeah.
Just finished the walk, managed 73 species. Highlights included blackwing stilt, hobby, coal bunting, sandling and whipple. And yeah, despite the weather, still quite decent big birdie.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Welcome everyone. Day 3, BCBW23. Sorry, Ben. He sent that in yesterday on an email with a picture attached. And to be fair, doing things so quickly, I downloaded the picture, completely missed the link to the video. So thought we'd play it tonight. So it's a day late, but thank you very much indeed, Ben. That was really good. Thank you. How are we all doing?
Yep. Very well.
Good.
Yeah, good, thanks. Not as tired as you guys.
Yeah, I need some matchsticks.
You look a bit weary, both of you. And Steve looks as if he's been near too close to barbecue, I think.
To be fair, I think, yeah, I've caught a bit of the sun as well. It's
I don't know about bags under my eyes. I've got a whole luggage rack under my eyes. It's
Oh, goodness. So I'm sure that people watching know who you two guys are, because I know you've both been on before, but just in case, do you want to both introduce yourselves quickly?
Yeah, I'm Simon Wood, president of the society. What more can I say, really?
That's enough, isn't it? That's it. You're the ultimate boss. Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't got me badges on though today. So.
And Mark?
Hello, I'm Mark Nowers. I work for the ISPB in Essex as the Turtle Dove Conservation Advisor, and obviously liaise with the Essex Birdwatching Society on their committees. And fine bunch you are.
Oh,
nice.
Thank you very much.
Checks
for the checks in the post.
Checks in the post.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Oh dear. So where should we start? Well, there was a few walks today, wasn't there?
Yeah.
So there was a couple of dawn choruses. Should we go in chronological order?
Mm.
What do you reckon?
What does that mean?
Sounds good.
Which means Steve's got to start.
So more importantly, it was National Dawn Chorus Day today.
Was.
Apparently, there's obviously like a national day every day of the week, every day of the year, shall I say?
Yep.
And today was National Dawn Chorus Day. So I kicked off at 4:30 at Fingering this morning. It was a bit of a struggle when the alarm went off at like 10 to 3 this morning, but cup of coffee and a shower, and I was raring to go. And yeah, there was 12 of us, 11 or 12 of us. So this was booked through the Wildlife Trust, so it wasn't as a sort of an Essex Birdwatching Society official event, but we sort of tagged it on with the Big County Birdwatch. Yeah, we had a really good morning. Loads of nightingales, excellent views of those. Some nice garden warbler views. Loads of swifts flying overhead. Yeah, loads of cuckoos. Yeah, we just had a really nice 3-hour walk, and then it was back for breakfast. So we all had something to eat and coffee back in the centre, which and we were well looked after by the staff. And yeah, that was pretty much it for me. Pretty much.
We'll come on to what happened next in a minute, shall we?
Yeah, the best bits to come.
So it's us next, isn't it, Mark? So go on, do you want to give a run through of what happened? Well, I can't remember, to be fair.
My alarm went off at 3:30, Steve. I do apologise. I mean, it didn't start till 5, but it was great. How many was there? There's 15 of us?
No, I think there was 17 I counted.
17, was it? Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, and, in fact, hang on, while you're talking, sorry, being rude, I have got some pictures. So while you're talking, I'll see if I can bring some pictures up.
Sure.
So
this is Rabness, Essex Wildlife Trust Reserve, probably the best place in the county to see and hear turtle doves, which we duly did. At least 4 singing there, and nightingales at least. Well, I had noted 7, but that's definitely an undercount. All the warblers, 59 species in total. Marsh harrier sort of crept in. I think that was the only raptor we saw.
I'll tell you what, that was really good because you picked that up coming in over sort of towards the paddocks over the little sort of marshy area there, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I don't think I've had marsh harrier rabness before, or maybe once. I mean, you don't get them that often, do you? So
So no, it was really good. I walked up to the estuary, saw a few brents that are still lingering because the estuary can support is supporting sort of 1,500 still at this time of year. It's a really important staging post. Then wandered on and eventually got towards the end, got blistering views of turtle doves, scope filling views, and then there's a chap who found a really showy nightingale as well. That we were able to get scopes on, so it was for sort of target birds, absolutely crippling views was fantastic.
When I think I logged, because I did a separate count of the stuff that I saw, because I think I might have missed 1 or 2 bits. I think I had 50, 55, 56 species, something like that. So I think the total for the group was what I don't. Did you just mention it or
59?
59. There you go. Yeah.
Oh, there you
sorry.
go.
So it was I thought it was a good total really, and we had was it 3.5 hour walk in the end we were going around for?
Yeah.
We're running about half an hour late, which again we'll come to in a minute. But
nobody minded.
Yeah, no, absolutely, no one minded. It was brilliant. It was really good, and the little owl I thought was a superb find from Tim.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
He picked up a little owl in the corner of the field. Yeah. He was scanning a tree, and he kind of just saw a little grey lump and got his scope on it, and like little owl, and we all got on it just as it flew. So he did a really good job there. I've got some pictures, so let's just quickly go through them. I hope they're going to work properly. Hang on. So I did pop that one on just now, but that was the initial group of people that arrived early. And as you can see from the slight fuzzy blurriness of the picture, this was taken, I think, just around about 5 a.m, wasn't it? So more people joined us. There was another 5 or 6 people joined us after this picture was taken. And then we got nice views of yellowhammer, nice male yellowhammer there. We had them singing as well. This was slightly later on. In fact, this was while we were watching the nightingale that Mark mentioned. So everyone was having really nice views of nightingale. I can't remember what time that was. Must have been around about 7, half 7, do you reckon?
Yeah.
And there is said bird having a bit of a sing. Very nice. And as you said, turtle dove with some lovely.
At this time of year, I think a nightingale that showy and still blasting away like that I reckon it's probably a first year bird that's not paired up. Most of them are sort of paired up and getting on with it by now.
Okay.
So it was my sort of sense, but that's a beauty, that one there. Look at that.
Oh, cracking bird.
Yeah.
And a certain gentleman, John Ward, who everyone knows, has done one of his mindful moment videos. I've got no idea how he did this, because I know he was out today, he said. So somehow he's managed to come up with this for us. So if if we just play this, I think it's about a minute or so long. If I can find it, hold on. Oops. Oh, why isn't that opening? There we go. Right. Are we ready? Can we see a kind of screen with lots of dark branches on?
Yep.
Yep. Right. So for anyone watching, I'll give you a couple of seconds just to turn your volume up a little bit, because a lot of this is obviously bird song. This is what the dawn chorus is like when you first get out of the car at 5 a.m. in the morning.
Whoa, he does it again.
Oh, I thought Simon had gone off to sleep there.
No. You called me out there.
Excellent. Well, that was really good. Yeah, that was fantastic. And it is just that, like we were saying yesterday, it's that wall of sound, isn't it? I think Steve mentioned it. So yes, very, very good. And don't forget, you don't have to wait for this event. You don't have to wait for National Dawn Chorus Day. You can go and do this tomorrow morning yourself, wherever you live. Just go and stand outside. Well, maybe, okay, come and do it with us tomorrow morning. We'll come to that later on. Yeah, do it on Tuesday morning. Right. So that was our Dawn Chorus. And once again, Mark, really mean this. Thank you very much. Your ears are definitely sharper than mine. And you picked up some things that I couldn't even hear until I got a bit closer. So yeah, thank you very much for your help. Really appreciate it.
Much appreciated. No, enjoyed it anytime.
Then, well, Simon, what you were at night? Were you nine?
I had a lie-in. I only got up. I got up at 4:30. I did a bit of scouting around. I'll come to that at the end. But we actually all met up at 9 at Abridge Basin to have a stroll round what always only ever proves to be part of the pit, because we never get all the way round in the 3 hours. And unfortunately, with time on the car parking now at Daisy Meadows, some of our members had to get back. So we had a good 3 hours anyway. And there was some interesting species around. What was interesting was how rapidly the estuaries cleared out of waders since last week. We did struggle for waders. We had about 3 black-tailed godwit, which were outnumbered by wimbrel, of which we saw 4. We had an odd curlew, a greenshank. What have I missed? Oh, and about 10 dunlin as far as the waders go. About 140 brent were still hanging around, but I think probably the stars of the show this morning were the warblers. We got some really good views of whitethroat and lesser whitethroat, reed warbler, sedge warbler, and the cuckoos also put on a real good display today, chasing each other around, and that's probably in total about 3 or 4 around. So that was it was a really good few hours. And what I found fascinating and good to see was the guys were outnumbered by the gals in our group. I mean, that's great. It's good to see. Good to see.
Well, that's the thing. I think birding, anyone and everyone can get involved, aren't they? It's a hobby that you can. We've said before about knowledge. You don't have to know anything. All you basically need is a pair of binoculars. There are sites that you can go to if you find it difficult to get around. There are sites that are more accessible, and it doesn't matter who you are or what you know. Just get out there and enjoy some birds, and it's really good that everyone can.
I think there has been this thing in the past of just blokes in green green barbers just wandering around with binoculars, and that's it. So I was really pleased that I was in the minority. You know, it was good to see.
Yeah, and as you say, it's important that we share, we pass on knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. That's the crucial thing.
No snobbery, you know. We should be welcoming, you know, recognizing that people are probably where we were at some stage. Well, we would, you know, may well have been, you know. Would have been where we were many years ago.
I mean, to be honest with you, I've obviously, you know, I've been birding for less time than you three guys by quite a long way. But when I first joined the society, the thing that I really liked about it was that, you know, I came along on my own, sat on a coach, didn't know anyone, I knew a few birds, but I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm completely out of my depth. Everyone was so friendly. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, thanks. Everyone was so friendly, and you know, they make you feel. Everyone makes everyone else feel welcome, and I think that's why, you know, events like this are really well supported by everyone. It's really good to see. We had some youngsters along today, and some families along, and really nice. You sent us in some pictures, Simon, so I'm going to put the first one on the screen, because there's a bit of a surprise at the end, I think. Here we go. So that's the first one. We will see that.
Oh, nice picture.
So
good quality picture.
I was thinking, Ash, was that taken on a phone or like a camera?
That was on my phone,
Wow. I'm going to have to find out what phone you've got, because that's a lot better than mine.
That's really amazing picture, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah, well, that was
a red kite, did we?
That was the one and only raptor we had. One and only raptor. We didn't know even if you include falcons under the term raptor, we didn't have anything other than the red kite. So that's partly why I put that in there. Partly just to show that it's clearly molting its inner primaries at the moment.
I was just going to ask what's with the molt.
Yeah, inner primaries going first, inner to outer, I guess.
Yeah. Might come back to that a bit later on, actually. Did you get a picture of the one at Fingering Hoe, Steve?
I think. Yeah.
Yeah, I did as well, and that was in molt, wasn't it?
It was exactly the same. Yeah.
Looked quite similar, actually. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, right. So next picture. That's a nice one. Always a nice bird to see.
Yeah. And this was a black-headed gull that took great offence to a cuckoo flying over its nest, I think, and it just wouldn't leave it alone. And I rattled off a load of shots quickly, not expecting any of them to come out. This is slightly blurry. That's not too bad. And captured the essence of the chase.
Yeah, I like those essence shots rather than those. Well, I like.
Yeah, I do a lot of them.
Well, it's action, isn't it? You know, you can see what's going on, and maybe there's something about a cuckoo that other birds think, hang on a minute, you're up to no good.
Yeah. Looks like a sparrowhawk, doesn't it?
Well, looks like a bit of raptory, doesn't it? Yeah, definitely.
Very raptorous.
The final picture, which no one knows about. Drum roll.
Yeah, this was odd. This was odd. Because I got up early and I decided that I was going to do a recce around the pit anyway. I also needed to do a simple breeding bird survey as well. Almost the first bird that I sort of locked eyes on as I got down the pit this morning, I thought it's a funny time of year for an adult common gull here. And as I looked at it, I thought, hang on, there's no white in the wingtip. And there you are. It's an adult kittiwake. They're pretty rare up this way. Probably, I mean, I'd be guessing, but probably one every 5 years or so. And
what a strange time of year.
Funnily enough, up here they do seem to be often at about this time of year.
Oh, right, okay.
So what intrigued me when I thought about it afterwards was it was flying with 3 turns as it came through. I wish I'd checked the turns out. Was it moving up with a few Arctic terns? I don't know. Don't know. There's plenty of common terns, so it may have just been tagging along. But it was really pleasing to see that. So that was the first surprise I had. I then carried on. I did a loop of the reserve, and just to give you an idea of the number of warblers, I had 44 singing reed warbler, over 20. What's the other one? Sedge warbler. Sedge, yeah. I had about 15 or 16 white throat, 7 or 8 lesser white throat. There's about dozen blackcap. So there was a lot of stuff singing first thing. But I also noticed as I was wandering around, all the gulls on one of the islands just were going mad, clearly following something for a spell of 4 or 5 minutes up and down. And I thought there's obviously something on there. So I sat down with the scope. This is looking from a long way away, and eventually an otter popped up. So that was another nice find. Unfortunately, the best things I saw were before the 9 o'clock meet up, but it's the way it often is, isn't it? It's just the way it was. But it was, you know, overall a fantastic morning and a couple of little bonuses for me there.
Yeah, nice. Do you mind if I just pop the kittiwake back on? Just for, there might be people watching who looked at that and thought it's a gull, but don't know how to identify the kittiwake. So I don't know if you want to just, you know,
I can go through
that. What you're looking at there.
Right. Well, you superficially it looks like a common gull, but when you start looking at it, it's got a solid black wingtip. If it was a common gull, there would be a white mirror or dot within that black tip, and the black's probably a bit more extensive on a common gull as well. The other thing that you'll notice, there's not a lot of difference when you see one fly by, to be fair, is the legs are really black and dark and small, so they look really tiny. You can see, if you really try hard and imagine it, a really dark red eye as well. And the bill is nice and yellow. You know, that's not distinctive, but as I say, the thing that you really see that points it out as a kittiwake are those wingtip markings.
Like they've been dipped in ink, don't they?
That's it. It's dipped, and that's it. With a common gull, that is a bit more than a dip, and it also has a white dot, quite a big extensive dot on the trailing edge of it. If it ever called,
I was just going to say that'd be easier, wouldn't it?
It's a lot easier. Yeah, it's a distinctive kittiwake call, but that was silent. And the reason I picked it up was because I thought that's an odd time of year to see an adult common gull around here. And I looked up, put my bins on it, and thought, oh, that's not a common gull.
So, Paul Brayshaw had some kittiwakes off Frinton, I think, on Friday.
Right.
Okay. So I think I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So obviously there's a bit of a movement.
Yeah.
I was going to say just very quickly for anyone, I don't know if this will work or not. Hopefully it will.
He's going to try.
They sort of say their name, don't they? Kittiwake, kittiwake.
It didn't work. So
it didn't work. Oh, okay, all right. Well, you heard me do it. There you go. Then
their name. Yeah, that's where they get the name from. Basically, is the call, which sounds a bit like kittiwake. But it's okay.
It's worth a try. Brilliant. Well done, Simon. That's absolutely superb. So there was another kind of early walk as well, which was down on Bowers Marsh, and Neil Sumner, again, the editor of the Essex Bird Report, kindly led the walk down there, and I think Jerry Johnson, the society chair, joined him. And Jerry sent me an email saying, we've had some good birds at Bowers Marsh today, including hobby, bearded reedling, peregrine, marsh harrier, common buzzard, pochard, Mediterranean gull, and lots more. And there were good number in the group, 14, 15 people, including somebody that has joined fairly recently. And I did get a picture from Jerry, so we'll just share that as well. Again, we just try and share as much of the stuff that people send in, which is great. Thank you. So you've got some of the group there, plus obviously, I presume Jerry was behind the camera or the phone on this one. Bit of grey cloud there, so hopefully the weather cleared, same as it did for us a bit further north. And you'll see on the right there, that's Richard Chew. And Richard also sent in an email. And a very similar thing, he's just said an excellent visit to Bowers Marsh. He thanked Neil, because I think Neil picked him up from the station. So thanks to Neil for doing that. They had 51 species in total, including the birds that Jerry said, and I think grasshopper warbler was also heard or maybe even seen, not sure, and a wheat ear, which I don't think was on Jerry's list. So Yeah, really, really good. Hobby 2. Oh no, Jerry did say that. Sorry. Yeah, so Gropper, Peregrine, Hobby, and all the other things. Plus, they had 5 species of butterfly. They had painted lady, orange tip, red admiral, green veined white, and small white. So the butterflies are starting to flap around, aren't they?
Hopefully.
Yeah. Did you have any at Haybridge, Simon?
Yeah, we had brimstone, holly blue, orange tip, and green vein white. Oh, and a peacock. Did I say peacock? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, and a small yellow underwing.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Oh, I'd never seen one of those. I'd love to see one of those.
I didn't. I would have to confess, I didn't find it. Someone else found it, which is great. But yeah, small yellow underwing, which I think might be a new record for the new species for the site. I can't remember whether I've had it there or not.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's good.
Wow. What did we have, Mark? We had small tortoiseshell and peacock, I think, didn't we? Did we? There was a couple of butterflies, I think, as we were there. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, further back in the. I might be muddling fingering hoe. To be fair, actually, I might be muddling
beer by then.
Yeah, I think I was. Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
To be fair, it was probably a bit too chilly.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I'm going mad. Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I said that. I'll edit that out afterwards.
unless it's warmer at Rabness than anywhere else in Essex. It doesn't
Can we move swiftly on? Steve, what happened after you finished your dawn chorus and had your lovely breakfast provided by the wonderful staff at the Essex Wildlife Trust Centre at Fingering Hoe? What happened next?
Oh, I was just chilling out. I was just getting some helping Verity, the centre manager, get some tables out ready for the arrival of the Birdwatching Society, and my phone rang, and it was Membership Secretary Pete Dwyer to say, "Help me! I've had a blowout on his tyre in his car, and he was stranded in Colchester." So I had to hot foot it over to Stanway to unload all the stuff from Pete's car into mine, and then whilst on the way to the pick the stuff up, I spoke to Matt on the phone, and Matt said, "What time does the first walk start?" And I said, "Not until 10:30. That's fine." And then I got back to the centre with all the gear to the poster, and it was 10 o'clock.
Meanwhile, I'd gone home thinking I only had 10 minutes to try and fix my camera that seemed to have gone wrong and load all the stuff for Fingering Hoe into my car. When I realised I got an extra 30 minutes, I proceeded to have a couple of slices of toast, had a cup of coffee. So I left home and said to Steve, "I'm on my way." And he said, "We're starting at 10. I'm like, "Oh no." So, but it all went fine, didn't it? It was brilliant, actually.
We were delayed slightly, but everyone was very patient with us as we were unloading boxes and running out of doors and backwards and forwards. But yeah, we had a lovely walk, actually, Matt, wasn't it? A fantastic group of people today. You know, some people we knew, some people were new to the trips. Yeah, and as we said earlier with the dawn chorus, the nightingales were just amazing today. But we had turtle doves as well. We had 2 turtle doves, which was, I mean, obviously the views weren't quite as good as you and Mark, but I think Rabness is the #1 spot for turtle dove. But you know, it was pleased because it was the first record for Fingering Hoe this year. So
brilliant.
But yeah, so we had a wander around. We had male bullfinch that Emma Robinson found.
Nice.
Oh, what else do we have, Matt? I can't remember.
Crikey. Lots of nightingales, cuckoo, a couple of wimbrel, 3 curlew, oyster catchers, obviously the warblers that we've already been mentioning, white throats, lesser white throats, chiffchaff, black cap.
Pictures to share.
Reed warbler, common tern, sandwich tern. We had a sandwich tern going up the river.
Excellent.
Which is a good record for there.
And you had small tortoiseshell and peacock as well.
We did. Yeah, we did. Thanks, Mark. Oh, how did you know that? That's amazing. We also had orange tip, green vein white, and brimstone, and large white as well. So brilliant. Yeah, we had a nice selection of butterflies too, which was good.
I love that tail pattern.
Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, it's not the best photograph, but it was like a long way away, and this is the view we had in a tree. But yeah, just delightful to see, to be honest. And everyone was. To be fair, we couldn't find them on the second walk this afternoon, which was a bit of a shame. But at least people got to enjoy these wonderful birds.
Yeah, we've lost them around Malden now.
You'll get them back, Simon. You'll get them back.
Well, hopefully, Mark. We're
That's
trying
the
hard
plan.
on a couple of sites.
So here's 3 cuckoos together,
Ah.
all chasing each other around, going a bit crazy,
Wow.
which was good to see. Again, not the best photo, but see what they
I've
are.
never seen that before. Not 3.
No,
Yeah.
I hadn't. And
That's
apparently,
amazing.
I mean, some other people on the site reported up to 5 together. So
Yeah, I've seen 5 at Haybridge before, all chasing each other in a line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Were they calling as well?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were.
they do the weird gug 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 as well.
Yeah.
Cuckoo, cuckoo, and the gug gug gug, and the bubbling and everything they do.
although we did have some very good views of Nightingale today in the open, like you guys did, this is a bit more typical view of nightingales at Fingering Home. Just poking out through a little bit in the bushes.
That's the kind of view that it takes you about 10 minutes to get as well, doesn't it? You're kind of, where is it? I can hear it, but I can't see it.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was saying to the guys earlier on the prep show that when I got home tonight, I can hear Nightingale now, even now, in my ears. I can still hear Nightingale singing. So whether that's to do with I'm too tired or not, I don't know. But yeah, so Nightingale, really rubbish photograph of a garden warbler.
Nice.
Singing away. What else? Painted lady today.
Oh, nice.
That's good.
Very good.
And there's a bit of a red kite. Yeah, you can see a bit of molt here.
Mm.
Oh yeah.
I don't. Well, I mean, I don't. Well, no, we saw our bird after you, Simon. So and it was heading your way. So I think it's the same bird. And then the most rubbish shot of a bloke on a boat. But here's a common tern chasing a sandwich tern.
Yep.
To be fair, it's not the best photograph in the world. But you know, you get the idea. You can see how
you've managed to not be focused on anything.
Sorry, that looks a bit like Terry. You don't think he was trying to join us, do you?
Oh, actually, you're focused on the swallow birding and wildlife logo. That's right.
Yeah, thanks, Simon. Can I just blame the heat haze?
Yeah.
It was actually
me, by the way. Sorry, I've forgotten.
I'm moving swiftly on.
Fantastic. I got a couple of pictures as well. I mean, the same sort of stuff, really. To be fair, I got a group shot though. We've got that was us. It's when we first heard turtle though, because it purred a couple of times quietly, didn't it?
Yeah.
I was telling everyone to cup their hands behind their ears, and it makes it easier to hear. Certainly for someone like me that doesn't hear stuff very well. So that's everyone listening for turtle doves. And that's a picture that you sent me, Steve. That was when we were looking from the top of the field, kind of on the way to Margaret's side, and near the orchids, and looking at oyster catchers and wimbrels and goodness knows what flying past. That's my effort of the 3 cuckoo, just because I've never seen it before.
That's good.
Yeah, that's the same pictures as you, the red kite.
That's fine, doesn't matter.
Orange tip butterfly, orange
Nice.
tip, which is very nice, and nice the under wing pattern there, which is quite
that's a nice
pretty.
shot.
Slow worm is blurred because it was really dark where it was, but I've never seen a slow worm before, believe it or not. So my first slow worm, yeah, really pleased with that. And just a common tern. I can't see these behind my camera. Common tern.
Nice wedge on the primaries.
Yeah, and the orchids, the green edged orchid, no, green winged orchid.
Green winged orchid.
Green winged orchid. Sorry, I know what I'm doing. They're really pretty. And then finally, we found a new passerine, the oyster catcher in a tree. So there you go.
It's a blackbird in drag, I think.
Yeah, or it could be a ring ousel with very white bib and a fancy dress on. Maybe, I don't know.
Can we? I mean, you did earlier, Matt, but can we thank Verity and the staff at Fingering Hoe for welcoming us today? And Pete Dwyer did make it eventually to the stand, and I think he sold sort of £65 worth of merchandise today. So
well done, Pete.
Really good. Yeah,
well done,
really
Pete.
good.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget, if anyone wants caps or notebooks or all the bits and pieces, it's all on our website. We do sell some bits and bobs, and they're really good fun. And it's a nice way as well when you're out birding to get the society's name out there. So if you're interested in that, have a look.
I had my badge on today, my hat.
Absolutely. Well done. Thanks, Mark.
He even sold a couple of these "Keep Calm and Carry On" bird watching signs.
What, to you and Matt?
We found out today that the ones that are for sale have got a nice like white border around the side of them. We can.
We obviously got the prototypes, didn't we? You know.
Thanks, Jerry.
Are there any comments? We haven't said hello to anyone yet, have we? It's just us talking.
I've just basically ignored all our audience tonight. It's all about us, you know.
Hello, everyone.
Good night, everyone.
Yeah. I probably haven't even done the. In fact, could you imagine if I'd not even done the feed properly and it's just us talking for the last? That'd be so funny.
No one watching. Ray Watson, good evening from Ray and Lisa. Richard Chew, hello all. Les Malloy he's on time tonight and says good evening. Paul Everett and Jackie, good evening. Good evening, Neil Sumner from Neil Sumner. Mo Jackson are watching. Tim Hayward.
Hang on, excuse me. Neil Sumner said good evening, Neil Sumner from Neil Sumner.
Do you know what? I'm tired. I'm tired and I've had a beer. So,
okay.
Ron Coulson, Caroline White. Caroline joined us on our walk this afternoon. Frankie Robertson. Good evening, Frankie. Yeah.
Hi, Frankie.
Richard Chew said it should be called the Big County Sleep Deprivation.
Yeah, I can live with that.
Cool. Do you want to do a few more, Matt, rather than me keep doing them all?
Yeah, we were discussing doing a week earlier, weren't we? Big County Birdwatch week.
We'll be on our knees by the end of the week.
That's like, it's like, what's the when you have ultra?
Yeah, like an extreme birding.
Yeah,
non-stop, 24/7 for a week. Bird till you drop. Oh my goodness! Anyway, sorry.
Can you imagine the hallucinations you'll be having on day 4?
Yeah.
I had 38 less than woodpeckers.
If I keep hearing nightingale, it's going on our garden list in a minute.
Oh, amazing. Richard also had 51. Yeah, he said 51 species and 5 butterfly. I think he's already sent the email on that. So thank you, Richard. Oh, also 3 mammals: dog, horse, and human. Allegedly. I like that. Dave Webb. Hi, Dave. Lovely walk this morning at Bowers Marsh with Neil. Richard Chew said superb video. Yes, that was a really good video, John. Absolutely excellent. Thank you. And what else have we got, Steve? My barber's going. Said, Steve Hallam's chucked his barber in the bin.
Yeah, because he's an old bloke with a green barber.
I told you it'll work. I love it, Steve.
Well done, Steve.
Matt, so Ray Watson sent some pictures to you. He's emailed you some pictures, apparently. Was that?
Okay, where have they been emailed to? Because they need to be emailed to ebwstalks@gmail.com. I can't see them. That's the one I'm monitoring. I'll check the info one.
Okay, so quickly, Frankie Robertson. He's wondering what we're going to get tomorrow at Two Tree Island, because he's coming on that. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Ron Coulson, who we met at Fingering Hoe this afternoon, he had Red Admiral, Orange Tip, Brimstone, and Comma. Just after we bumped into him.
Very nice.
Very good. And Les Malloy says, we hope Pete didn't sell his Keep Calm and Carry On badge. I think I've just lost the plot tonight. And then Paul Nesbitt.
Oh, hang on. Did you say hope he didn't sell it? Sorry.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. No, Pete's got it.
No, it's all cool.
Yep.
And then Paul Nesbitt said, thanks for an enjoyable day today. So he came to Fingering Hoe this afternoon. And he joined us for the first time on our last visit to Fingering Hoe. So lovely to see you again today, Paul. So yeah. And I think that's it.
I've got the email from Ray and Lisa. So it says, good evening, having a great time birding in Essex. Thought we might like these 3 sightings from the Naze today. So hold on one second. I've just downloaded them. If I do that, obviously these are just off the straight off the email. Hopefully they'll work. Share. Right. Can we see a cuckoo?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Excellent. That's a very nice shot. And we've got a lovely greenfinch. And to be honest with you,
that greenfinch on gorse.
Yeah. Not lots of greenfinches this weekend for us guys anyway, I don't think. So yeah, always nice to see a greenfinch. and the old rose-ringed or ring-necked parakeet. It's rose-ringed now, isn't it? I think.
Look at
Do
the
we
length of
do it
that
this
bill.
time?
It's like an elephant.
Yeah.
Huge
I'll
bill
have
that's got. Blimey.
Mm,
How's it fly with that?
I was
very nice. Thank you very
can
much,
I-
Randy.
can
That's
I-
excellent.
Can I give you my ringneck parakeet anecdote?
Go on.
Come on then.
I was looking through my notebooks from the mid-80s when I was a nipper, and they're just here. I saw my first ringneck parakeet in 1985. It spent the winter in the snow in our garden in Surrey. I was
Wow.
at the time. Yeah.
Was it yours previously? Your dad let it in the garden, and you just like watch the. Wow, mid-80. That's unbelievable. Wow.
That's good.
Winter 85, 86.
Don't seem to be really spreading. I mean, there was that talk like 20 years ago that they were going to take over, Britain and all this stuff, but they don't seem to really be on a much of a. I know they're at Brentwood and the odd one in Chelmsford and stuff, but yeah.
There's something obviously holding them back. I don't know what. Thankfully, there is something holding them back.
Well,
A real problem, really.
Yeah.
Peregrines like them.
Peregrines love them, don't they?
Yeah.
I suppose they show up well. They're quite easy colour to,
Yeah.
Oh, there's lunch. Yeah, right. We've got a lovely picture sent in by Mo, and I think Mark will be pleased with this one. So Mo Jackson.
Oh,
Hey.
That
Oh,
was
look
in
at
the
that.
garden.
No way. Where's Mo
In the
live?
garden today. Sorry?
Where does Mo live?
Near Wivenhoe.
Really? Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
he just-
Please,
it's sort of-
Mo, please send your record in to me. Please drop me an email. Love to know about this.
Sunnymead
think-
Farm, Mark.
Oh, Mo.
Yeah,
oh,
Mo,
okay.
Dave Dutton. Yeah, Dave.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Sorry, I should have said, Mo Jackson, Dave Dutton. Sorry, should have said.
cool.
Fantastic record. Really good.
That is
Lovely,
fabulous.
lovely. Right, what else have we had? We've had some other stuff come through.
I do like other birds, you know. To be clear. I'm not just a single species person.
No, I know. So Ben Rumsby has just sent in some photographs as well. So we've got this. I think this was from today. There's a message to go with this. Oh, hang on a minute. Actually, there was a message with the turtle dove picture from Mo as well. Here's a turtle dove in our garden. When I got home today, his friend appeared as well, but was camera shy.
Oh,
And that's two turtle doves. Unless he was friends with a different bird, maybe.
Yeah.
Could have been a turtle dove and a blackbird, mates. Don't know. Anyway. And then Ben Rumsby, some photos from today. Year tick of Click Garden Warbler and the cuckoo, which we just saw. He said there were lots of cuckoos on the site. He thinks he's on around 88 or 89 for the weekend at Rainham. And others have had an extra 13 species that Ben hasn't seen. So the site is just over 100, which is really good.
Yeah.
So another nice shot of the garden warbler there. And Ben's also sent us in some audio of garden warbler. So if anyone's not quite sure what a garden warbler sounds like, if I can. Oh, well, yeah. If I can hopefully click the right.
I misidentified garden warbler twice today.
Really?
Well, do you know what? I could hear a blackcap singing. Then I heard a whitethroat singing, and I couldn't work out which one it was. And it turned out to be a garden warbler.
Yeah.
Normally I'm like okay, but struggle today.
Yeah.
And then literally half an hour later, I heard another bird, and I thought, oh, it's a blackcap. No, it's a whitethroat, and that was a garden warbler. And I've never had that before.
Well, let's see if
Very
this
odd.
works, and then hopefully Steve can learn what a garden warbler sounds like. Hold on. Is this going to work? So I'll play it once more because there's some other birds singing there as well. But
There was one answering it, wasn't there?
well, I presume. I mean, was it the same bird singing two phrases? I don't know. I'm not sure.
Listen again.
But yeah, what we're listening for is the warbly sounding. It does sound a bit like a blackbird, kind of really sped up. So
Yeah, I think there was one
Finch and
answering it.
blackcap and stuff in the background, but
Yeah,
you reckon the second phrase was a different bird?
Yeah, I think right at the end there, as it was finishing, there was another one finishing, as if there was a second bird, but a bit difficult to tell from there. Be interested to see if Ben finds another, if there is more than one.
Yeah, good. I've not had one locally yet. I've been looking for them, and
I haven't had them here yet this year.
So I hope I haven't missed anything. Hang on a minute. Don't think so. So we're up to date with everything everyone's sent in. Are there any more comments?
Yeah, so Mel Shepherd Wells has just joined us. So
sorry,
better late than never.
Hi Mel. Jerry's just sent me an email saying, "Hi Matt, for a £5, we can exchange our signs for one with a white border." Love it.
Love it. Les Malloy is you can tell it's just gone completely off the cards tonight, and it's just
I might draw a white border on mine for tomorrow night, actually.
Les Malloy said there's a few ringneck parakeets in Colchester Cemetery.
Oh, okay. Live or dead?
That's a good point. That's a good point. And Richard Chew sees them in Langdon Hills as well. And then back to Les Malloy. Also, he's busy tonight. He says, anyone finishing off tomorrow at Aberton, because there's a Temming stint there tonight. So there you go, Matt. That's a detour on the way home in the rain.
Definitely got to be done. Well, I still haven't had spoonbill yet this year, so that's got to be looked for as well.
And then both Les Malloy and Tim Hayward have both said that blackcap sounds like no, sorry, start again. Garden warbler sounds like a blackbird at like 78 RPM, or a blackcap that's in a hurry and doesn't stop. So
that's the thing. The first part of the blackcap can sound very much like, and it's only when it goes fluty, and if it doesn't, yeah.
That's it so far.
Okay, that's everything done, I think. So, what is coming up tomorrow?
My trusty bit of paper.
Excellent.
So you and I, Matt, we're down at Hockley Woods.
Let me see if I can get the picture up.
7 a.m.
Are we?
We are.
Lion then.
I mean, we are. Yes, excellent.
Yes, yes, we are. Although we do have an early start because we're stopping at a well-known fast food establishment for a coffee and something to eat on the way. So, which is only the second time this weekend. So,
exactly. Yeah.
Prove that we're not there every day.
Not every day.
That's because we got banned on Saturdays and Sundays.
And they're not open on Christmas Day. So,
so we're going to meet in the Hockley Woods car park at 7 a.m. and the postcode is SS54RQ. And there's a small car parking charge there, but we're only going to be there a couple of hours, so it should be relatively cheap.
And we'll be looking for obviously woodland birds and nuthatches and woodpeckers and tits and bits and bobs. So yes, hopefully we'll have some nice stuff calling and drumming and singing and flying around, and it'll be a great couple of hours walking around the woods there. If no one's been to the woods down there, they're really nice actually. And we might get will we get butterflies that early? We might do. Depends how sunny it is, I suppose.
Tomorrow morning, the forecast. Well, tomorrow the forecast is okay in the morning, quite warm, sunny. I think there's rain coming in from sort of lunchtime onwards, light rain and then heavy rain late afternoon and evening. So we should get away with all the walks tomorrow, being well.
Pretty good. And at the same time as that, we have the wonderful, fabulous Paul Brayshaw at Frinton doing a dawn, sea and migration watch. And that's postcode CO139DN. You can park anywhere. So if you tap that postcode into your sat nav or your phone, you can park anywhere along the front there, anywhere along the esplanade. It's all free parking. There's some toilets there if you need them, and I think they're 20p, aren't they? I think.
Yep.
Take a 20p with you if you think you might need those. And meet at the shelter. So the esplanade shelter is right at the front. Paul will be there with his scope, and bring your scope if you have one. Bring your binoculars if you've got them. If you haven't got a scope, don't worry, because Paul will let you have a look through his. and you're going to be sea watching. And we've done it a few times recently. It's really good fun.
Yep.
You might see lots of really good stuff. You might see a few bits, but either way, you're going to learn something, and it's a different experience. There's also probability of things passing over land as well overhead as they're coming through on migration. So that should be really good fun. And I know there's a few people going to that.
I love a sea watch.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, we're a bit disappointed we can't make it tomorrow.
Well, you might be getting a phone call from me at 6:15, to be fair.
No, thanks.
There is a McDonald's near Frinton, you know.
Okay. Well, Frinton's let itself go if there's a McDonald's in Frinton.
I said near, not in.
Near. Oh, okay.
Other takeaway outlets.
Other way, yeah, I was just about to say
Absolutely,
that.
yes. Sorry, yes. Well done.
Support your local cafe, please.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Greasy spoon.
And then 9 a.m. Mel Shepherd Wells is leading a walk at Wanstead Flats for 3 hours, which should be good. So again, it's a good place for migration. You know, inland site, but it's got a good track record for turning up some good birds there. So and that's a 3-hour walk. And if you meet in the Centre Road car park, which is E70BF, put that into your sat nav or phone, and meet Mel and have a good walk with him.
And then we're going to be leaving Hockley Woods at 9 o'clock, and looks like we're going to have to teleport maybe, or just drive very swiftly round to Wallasey Island for 9:30. No, we can. It's only about 20 minutes, isn't it? I think
24-minute drive, so we've got a 6-minute leeway.
that's plenty of time. Plenty of time. So yeah, 9:30. RSPB Wallasey Island, brilliant site. Mark, I'm sure you know a lot about this site. It's fabulous. It's been completely sort of developed and sculpted.
Blows my mind.
It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
If people haven't been there before, please come along. If you have been there before, please come along again. There's going to be all sorts of stuff going on there. Breeding gulls. There'll be wildfowl. There'll be hopefully a few waders. Raptors. It's always good for raptors there. I think there's been hen harrier still seen recently, Steve, hasn't there?
Yeah, about 8 or 9 or 10 days ago, there was hen harrier still there. There's been up to 5 spoonbills. It's great for Mediterranean gulls, yellow wagtails. And it's one of those places that just anything can turn up there. As Mark was saying, the habitat is just so amazing. You know, so yeah, let's hope for a rarity. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, you might get wheat here, might get windchat pop in, so anything like that might come through.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what's the final walk?
So yeah, 1:30, Two Tree Island at Leigh-on-Sea. Yeah, we'll be there to say, well, hopefully we'll be there on time. But yeah, 2.5-hour walk, and we're going to meet in the boat slipway. So as you come onto Two Tree Island, you just keep driving to the end. There's a massive car park. It's free. The postcode is SS9 2GB, and if you can't go wrong, if you go too far, you end up in the river. So you should find us. And yeah, we're going to have a walk around the. I don't know quite what we're going to do yet. We'll probably have a walk around the east side of the island because it's very good for warblers. And then if the tide's in, we'll go to the lagoons at the west side, see if we can pick up some waders. So yeah, it should be a good day. And and by that should conclude the BCBW program for 2023.
Not quite.
Not quite.
Because we're on again tomorrow night.
Oh, really? Fine,
Well, to be fair, you don't have to.
For you.
You don't have to come on because I've got Paul Brayshaw and
I'm going to get a cardboard cutout of me made and just put it up at the camera.
I was just going to say you don't have to be on, to be fair, because I've got Paul Brayshaw and Mel Shepherd Wells on anyway. So yeah, cardboard cutout will be absolutely fine. But no, we wouldn't do it without you, Steve. Of course we wouldn't.
To be fair, the cardboard cutouts probably talks more sense than me. So no,
I'm not going to question your expertise in that area, mate. I'll leave that with you. We've had a picture, I think. Hang on a minute.
Just while you're doing that, Les Malloy's going to join us at Hockley and then Wallasey. And Frankie Robertson said, great news. He's checked the weather for Two Tree Island and there's no rain until 7 p.m. So we're going to be good for the whole walk. So
brilliant.
Thank you, Frankie, for your weather forecast. That's brilliant.
Fabulous. So it'll be shorts and t-shirt weather again.
Yay!
Right. So this was sent in, I think, Neil sent this in. Neil Sumner, who led the walk at Bowers. So yeah, nice group there. Quite a few faces. In fact, I think I recognise all faces on there. So yeah, really good group. And big thanks to everyone again who's turned out today. We've had good numbers at all of the walks. And obviously, as we said before, it's why we do it. And we've had an email from Michael Rumsby, Ben's dad, who said Ben's nan and granddad are watching. So hello, Ben's nan and granddad. And they saw some parakeets at Chafford 100 Gorges.
Good.
There you go.
It's nice to see that the birding runs in the whole family. It's good.
Yep. Well done. That might be it, I think. Have we got anything else on the chat?
No. I think we're all up to date.
There's something wrong. What's going wrong?
We're 3 minutes early.
We've said every night we've said an hour, and it's been like an hour and a minute, an hour and 2 minutes, and now we're 3 minutes early. So I think on average we're bang on 3 hours in 3 nights. This can't be right.
It's obviously Simon and Mark.
We have to ad lib for the next 2 minutes then, or
Yeah, we'll have.
No.
Is Mark still there? Oh, Mark is still there. I can see the shine of his glasses.
Oh, he's gone dark.
I thought,
whoa.
Oh yeah.
Oh, welcome back. Right. Yeah, so we're definitely. I tell you what, should we do? Hello and welcome to day 3 of the. Maybe not.
Get you something. Obviously, a bit of sleep deprivation. I'll tell you something. We've had a laugh tonight. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun. Right. Okay. I think that's it. I don't think anything. Just final check on the emails. All good there.
Thanks for coming on, guys. Much
all good. Yeah, thanks, guys.
Well done, Steve, for all your efforts.
Oh, no worries.
Well done. Thanks for leading the walks. Thanks to everyone. Thanks to Neil who led the walk today. Thanks to Jerry for going down as well.
Find the big
thanks
one.
to everyone for watching.
See you then.
Hashtags.
So yeah, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And if you like what you've seen, although probably put thumbs up. We don't get any thumbs down, but thumbs up, please. And any social media, hashtag BCBW23.
Yep, BCBW23. And come to a walk tomorrow. Come along. Please come along. Do some bird watching. Put it on the portal. Oh, the portal. We haven't done that.
Oh my God, no.
We're going to overrun. Yes. Right, hang on very quickly.
Do you know what? It's like a crazy program tonight.
Oh my goodness. Right. I need to, I'm just going to copy paste. This will literally take a second. And I will say that.
Quick pitch. Please, dear listeners, if you see a turtle dove this spring, please send me your records or put it on Bird Track. But love to hear. There's lots of good early records coming in from farmers that I work with, so I'm very encouraged.
Good.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that is important because obviously there was that moratorium on the hunting, wasn't there, that we discussed when you came on the
third year coming up this year.
Yeah, so it'll be good to see if that's affecting the numbers. So yeah, really important. Right, here we go. Very quickly, we have had, and bear in mind that people possibly maybe haven't had time to add their sightings. I haven't added all mine, and I know Steve, you haven't done yours. This portal will be open until the end of the week. We're going to leave it open until the end of next weekend. And you, again, for anyone that hasn't been watching, at the top of the screen, you've got the record button as normal. That goes to a separate screen, which you can choose how to put your records in. This is the side we'd like you to be putting them into for anything you've seen from Friday to Monday, but you can put them in as normal if you prefer to do that, of course, although both sets of records will end up with Mick Tracy, the county recorder. So it doesn't matter in terms of your records getting through which one you use. This one gives us an accurate representation of what's happening this weekend, which is obviously what we're looking to try and do. It's not all about the free walks. It's about you guys telling us what's here in this weekend so that we can then collect that data at this time of year. And the status screen, once you put your sightings in, and if you want to know how to do it, there is a video on our YouTube channel, about 13 minutes long, shows you how to use the sightings portal because it is a little bit different to the normal one. And once you've done that, you get the status screen comes up, which tells you all sorts of wonderful things, including the best location, which is at the moment, let's have a look. Holland Haven, 85. Raynham Marsh is up to 78, but we know from Ben's email that it's probably over 100. So when people have put their records on, if they use this portal, that will go to over 100. And we've got all the others, as you can see on the screen there. Entry shows you individual people's sightings. And I think Mr. Brayshaw might still be number. Oh, he's found an extra bird today. I wonder what that was. Don't know. 117 he's on now. David L. Smith in second place with 92. Ben Mack on 81. Mick Woodruff on 80, and so on and so forth. So that's all good. And there's various other things as well. You can do the patch rankings and checklists and so on. So I won't go through them all now, but you can play with those after you put your sightings in. And we're now.
I reviewed all the pending sightings, just Matt there then, so it's all done.
Excellent, well done.
We're all up to date with all the sightings now, yeah.
Good. So I'm going to try and get mine on at somehow before tomorrow night if I can.
Me too.
And yeah, check it through the end of the week. If you bookmark it, if you're interested, end of next weekend, everyone that's put it on, you can have another look in a week's time. And we'll probably give a final update on the status screens in Birds of Essex later this month, which is going to be on, I can't remember.
We'll discuss that tomorrow night. 20 something.
Yeah.
23rd.
Yeah. And we've got the photo competition as well. Don't forget the photo comp. That is running. We'll be tweeting about that because that ends next weekend. So we'll be doing the results of that in Birds of Essex as well later this month. Right. We are now 2 minutes over. Thank goodness for that. We have gone over.
Just to find out, there's a few people say, see you in the morning. Tim Hayward, Ray Watson, cheers for another great show. Mo Jackson says, bye, see you tomorrow. Frankie Robertson, see you tomorrow. Steve Haddam says, once you've had time to analyse the data, could you organise an evening show to go through it? So we'll do a feature on the next Birds of Essex, like Matt said.
Yeah. So get your data on there.
Yep. No excuses.
Good. Right. Thanks very much. Well done, everyone.
Right. I'm
going to end the stream on here. So if you two guys want to stay for 2 minutes, if you want to, that'd be great because we can carry on talking. Hopefully, if I get it right. So yeah, thanks. See you later, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Bye.